Good day students and welcome back. We continue with our chapter Science 1, Chapter 1 Gravitation. We solve the sums from the exercises. Question number 5. Solve the following examples. First one. An object takes 5 seconds to reach the ground from a height of 5 meters on a planet. What is the value of g on the planet? So here u is equal to 0 because the object starts to reach the ground. So initially its velocity will be 0. So u, that is initial velocity, is 0 meter per seconds. The height is given 5 meters. Time taken is 5 seconds. We have to find the value of g. So we have the formula S is equal to half into gt square. We substitute the values. S is 5 is equal to half into g into t is 5, so 5 square. So on solving we get g is equal to 2 upon 5 meter per second square, that is equal to 0.4 meter per second square. So the value of g on the planet is 0.4 meter per second square. Second, the radius of planet A is half the radius of planet B. If the mass of A is ma, what must be the mass of B so that the value of g on B is half that of its value on A? Okay, so here it is given that the radius of planet A is half the radius of planet B. So we take radius of planet A as Ra and radius of planet B as Rb. So we have Ra is equal to Rb upon 2 because it is given that the radius of planet A is half the radius of planet B. The mass of planet A is given as ma. So we take the mass of planet B as mb, which we have to find. Okay, and the condition given is the value of g on planet B is half the value of g on planet A. That means we have g on planet B is equal to half g of planet A. Okay, so we have the formula for g. G is equal to capital G m upon r square. So from this we can write down g at A is equal to g m a upon r a square and g at B is equal to g m b upon r b square. Okay, it is given that Ra is equal to Rb upon 2. So taking Rb on the other side, we have Ra upon Rb is equal to half. Similarly, it is given that Gb is equal to half g of A. So Gb upon Ga will be half. So we have Gb upon Ga is equal to, so now Gb is Gmb upon Rb square upon Ga is Gma upon Ra square. So G, which is constant, will get cancelled. Okay, so Gb upon Ga we have solved it as half. So half is equal to the numerator mb upon rb square and the denominator we take the reciprocal, so becomes multiplied by ra square upon ma. Okay, so ra square upon rb square we write it separately and mb upon ma we write separately. Okay, so rearranging the terms, we have half is equal to mb upon ma into half square because Ra upon Rb is equal to half. So half square is 1 upon 4. So we have half is equal to 1 upon 4 mb upon ma. Okay, so 4 goes on the other side. We have 4 upon 2 is equal to mb upon ma. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. So mb upon ma is 2. So ma goes on the other side. We have mb is equal to twice ma. That means the mass on the planet B should be twice the mass on the planet A. Third, the mass and weight of an object on the earth are 5 kg and 49 Newton respectively. Okay, so mass of an object is 5 kg and weight of the object is 49 Newton. What will be their values on the moon? Assume that the acceleration due to gravity on the moon is 1/6 of that on the earth. Okay, so we have mass m is equal to 5 kg and weight w is equal to 49 newtons. Okay, and it is given that the acceleration due to gravity on moon is 1/6 of the acceleration due to gravity on the earth. Okay, so we have to find the mass on the moon and weight on the moon. Now we have studied that the mass of an object remains constant everywhere. It does not change from place to place. Even on other planets, it will be the same. So same. Okay, so therefore the mass of the object on the moon also will remain the same as it is on the earth. So the mass of object on the moon will be equal to mass of object on the earth, which is equal to 5 kg, and weight is equal to mass into gravitational acceleration. So weight on the moon will be m into gm, and weight on the earth will be m into ge. So we have Wm upon We is equal to mgm upon mge. The mass gets cancelled. That is gm upon ge. And it is given that the acceleration on moon is 1/6 of the acceleration on earth. So it is 1 upon 6. So we have Wm upon We is equal to 1 upon 6. So We goes on the other side. We have Wm is equal to We upon 6. And the weight on the earth is given 49 Newton. So we write 49 Newton upon 6. On solving, we get 8.167 Newtons. Okay, so the weight of the object on the moon will be 8.167 Newtons. Fourth, an object thrown vertically upwards reaches a height of 500 meters. What was its initial velocity? How long will the object take to come back to the earth? Assume g is equal to 10 meter per second square. Okay, so now the object is thrown vertically upwards at a height of 500 meters. So h is equal to 500 meters. We have to assume g as 10 meter per second square. Okay, now it is thrown vertically upwards. So after reaching certain height, it will the velocity will become 0. So the final velocity v will be 0 meter per seconds. We have to find the initial velocity and the time taken for the object to come down. Now the time taken by the object to come down will be the time taken by the object to go up plus the time taken by the object to come down. Okay, so that will give us a total time for the object to come down. Okay, now as the object moves upwards, we have v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Okay, so v is 0, so we have 0 is equal to u square plus 2. A is minus g. Acceleration due to gravity is g, and since it is moving upwards, it is minus g. S is h, that is the height. Okay, so we have u square plus into minus will give us minus 2gh is equal to 0. That means u square is equal to 2gh. So we substitute the values. 2 into g is 10 into h is 500. So on solving, we get u is equal to 100 meter per seconds. Okay, also we have v is equal to u plus at, that is u minus gt. Okay, because a is minus g, v is 0, so u is equal to gt. Okay, so substituting the values, we have u, that is 100, is equal to g, that is 10 into t. T we have to find out. Okay, so from this, when we solve, we get t is equal to 10 seconds. Now this is the time taken by the object to go up. It will take the same time to come down. So the time taken by the object to go up is 10 seconds, and the time taken by the object to come down is also 10 seconds. So the total time taken by the object to come down will be the time taken to go up plus the time taken to come down. So that is equal to 10 plus 10, which is equal to 20 seconds. So it will take 20 seconds for the object to come back to the earth. Next, a ball falls off a table and reaches the ground in 1 second. Assuming g is equal to 10 meter per second square, calculate its speed on reaching the ground and the height of the table. So now here t is given 1 second, g is 10 meter per seconds, u is equal to 0. G is 10 meter per second square and u is equal to 0 meter per second. So first we have s is equal to ut plus half gt square. Since u is 0, we have s is equal to half gt square. So we substitute the values. So s is equal to half into 10 into 1. Okay, g is 10 and t is 1. So answer is 5 meters. So the height of the table is 5 meters. Then we have v is equal to u plus at, that is u plus gt. A is g. Okay, and since the object, it reaches the ground, that means since it is coming down, the acceleration will be positive because it is in the direction of the gravitational force. So the acceleration will be positive only here. Okay, so we have v is equal to u is 0, so 0 plus 10 into 1, that is 10 meter per seconds. So therefore the velocity of the ball on reaching the ground is equal to 10 meter per seconds. Next, the masses of the earth and moon are 6 into 10 raised to 24 kg and 7.4 into 10 raised to 22 kg respectively. The distance between them is 3.84 into 10 raised to 5 kilometers. Calculate the gravitational force of attraction between the two. Okay, use the value of g as 6.7 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square into kg raised to minus 2. Okay, now here the value of g is given to us. Okay, in some of the questions it may not be given, so you have to learn the value of g. Okay, you also learn the value of the mass of the earth and the radius of the earth. Okay, now here m1 is given as 6 into 10 raised to 24 kg. That means m1 we take as the mass of the earth, and m2, that is mass of the moon, is 7.4 into 10 raised to 22 kg. Radius, okay, that is r, that is the distance between the earth and moon, is 3.84 into 10 raised to 5 kilometers. Now here kilometers we have to convert into meters. Okay, so that will be 3.84 into 10 raised to 8 meters. Okay, multiply 3.84 into 10 raised to 5 by 1000, that is 10 raised to 3. We will get 10 raised to 8. Okay, so r will be 3.84 into 10 raised to 8 meters. G is 6.7 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square upon kg square, and the force we have to find out. So we have the formula for force, that is equal to G m1 m2 upon r square. We substitute all the values. G is 6.7 into 10 raised to minus 11 into m1 is 6 into 10 raised to 24 into m2 is 7.4 into 10 raised to 22 upon r square, that is 3.84 into 10 raised to 8 square. Okay, the square is for the entire number 3.84 into 10 raised to 8, so we have to put a bracket. Okay, now after this I have done the calculation at the side. Okay, you can do it directly also like this using the laws of indices and get the value, or else you can do all the steps if you want, or show it in your rough work also. Okay, so we take all the numbers at one side and the indices at one side. So in the numerator we will get 6.7 into 6 into 7.4 into, we have 10 raised to minus 11 into 10 raised to 24 into 10 raised to 22 upon 3.84 into 3.84 because it is square into 10 raised to 16. So 10 raised to 8 raised to 2. Using indices, it is 10 raised to 16. Using the laws of indices, a raised to m raised to n is equal to a raised to m into n. And in the numerator, 10 raised to minus 11 into 10 raised to 24 into 10 raised to 22. Using indices, we have a raised to m into a raised to n is equal to a raised to m plus n. So using that, in the numerator, we have 10 raised to 35. In the denominator, we have 10 raised to 16. When you multiply 6.7 into 6 into 7.4, we have 297.48 upon 3.84 into 3.84 will give us 14.74 0.56. Okay, so when you divide this, you get 20.17 into, again here using the laws of indices, we have 10 raised to 35 minus 16, which is 10 raised to 19. Now we take we shift one decimal point to the left. Okay, so we have into 10. Okay, so 2.017 into 10 into 10 raised to 19, that is 2.017 into 10 raised to 20. Okay, that is 2 into 10 raised to 20 Newton. Okay, the next, the mass of the earth is 6 into 10 raised to 24 kg. Distance between the earth and the sun is 1.5 into 10 raised to 11 meters. If the gravitational force between the two is 3.5 into 10 raised to 22 Newton, what is the mass of the sun? Here again G is 6.7 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square into kg raised to 2. Okay, so the mass of the earth M1 is 6 into 10 raised to 24 kg. R is 1.5 into 10 raised to 11. F is 3.5 into 10 raised to 22. G is 6.7 into 10 raised to minus 11, and we have to find the mass of the sun. Okay, so we have F is equal to G M1 M2 upon R square. Therefore M2 is equal to F into R square goes on the other side into numerator upon G M1. Again we substitute all the values. Okay, and again the solving is done here. We take numbers at one side and the indices at one side. Use the laws of indices. We get 10 raised to 31, and when we multiply the numbers we get 7.875 upon 40.2, which is 0.19589 approximately, becomes 0.196 into 10 raised to 31. Okay, so 0.196, we are shifting one decimal to the right, so it becomes upon 10, and when it goes in the numerator becomes 10 raised to minus 1. So again using the indices it becomes 10 raised to 30. So the answer is 1.96 into 10 raised to 30. So here we come to the end of the lesson. Okay, so you will all write all these sums in your notebooks and read the lesson thoroughly. Thank you.